Hello! The topic of this video lesson is units of measurement and measuring instruments. In practice, different units are used to measure lengths. The standard unit of measurement is 1 meter. The meter is chosen as the standard unit because it is approximately equal to 1/40 millionth of the Earth's meridian, which is the length of the Earth's meridian. This is our standard. Also used are some, if we need to measure, for example, some small distances, segments that are less than 1 meter are used. Let's assume if we have 1/100th of a meter, we know that it is equivalent to 1 centimeter in length. Let's assume that 0.1 centimeter is equivalent to 1 millimeter. This assumption is specifically for smaller measurements. For example, if we need to measure the distance, let's say, between cities, it is inconvenient to use meters, let alone centimeters and millimeters. Then they utilize the so-called kilometer. 1 kilometer, as we are aware, is equivalent to 1,000 meters. These are more or less standard units of measurement. However, there are also some other dimensions. For instance, the so-called nautical mile. 1 nautical mile is roughly equivalent to approximately 1,800 meters when measuring distances at sea. For instance, there is a so-called light year. A light year is the astronomical distance that light travels in the span of 1 year in a vacuum. In these units, distance between celestial objects is typically measured. For instance, the distance from Earth to a star like Sirius. There are some other units of measurement that are not very popular in our countries. For example, 1 foot is approximately 30 centimeters. In addition to the nautical mile, there is a regular mile, approximately 1,600 meters. We are not accustomed to these units of measurement. We find it much more convenient to use meters and kilometers and so on. Frequently, when measuring work, if we desire to measure something at a brief distance, such as in a notebook, we utilize a ruler. For more serious work, for some technical drawings, a so-called millimeter ruler is used, with the help of which we can construct segments of more accurate length. To measure distance on the ground, we use a tape measure, which allows measuring distances up to several meters. For example, to measure the distance between cosmic objects, that is, we will measure in light years. Of course, no rulers or tape measures will help us. There they use special scientific techniques based on measuring wavelengths and so on. This video is now complete.